Breaking Bounds. Hi, my name is Saul Mintz, and I'm with Tanisha the Great. And here's a special
Topic.
topic. We're talking about mental abuse. We're talking about physical abuse. We're talking emotional abuse, even spiritual abuse. Let's just get down. If you like these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It's very resourceful to the recovery community. Let's get at it, man. Um, Definitely major topic, mental abuse, mental trauma, uh, what we all probably been through, we put our brains through. Uh, it takes time to retrain our brain. You know what I mean? That's one thing about recovery. Going to those classes and rehab and actually learning what Mr. Jody, the facilitator, talks about, Miss Tina talks about. You know what I mean? Mr. Allen, all the big heads. You know what I mean? All the big wigs. They talk about certain things about us getting ourselves together. First thing, it starts with the mind. You know what I mean? The way we, what do you call it? The stinking thinking. The way we used to think. You know what I mean? A lot of times people come into rehab, they don't even know how to even really take care of themselves.
Right.
Because they're used to that trauma,
Right.
right? They're used to, things that happened in the past, and then they get used to people, places, and things.
Right.
Let's talk about your situation. Mental. When you first, encountered, uh, you might be losing it. Was it when you was experiencing with drugs, or was it first time trauma? What kind of situation happened to you?
I think as a child, that's where it started. Um, Not necessarily getting the love that I needed from my parents, which I didn't have them in my life. So, um, as a child growing up with no parents, uh, made me feel empty. And so I felt like I was getting the love from the streets and the drugs, but I really wasn't. It wasn't real love. Going from that to being codependent on men growing up, trying to find somebody to love me the way I love other people. So basically, being codependent on a man for validation, for
Validation.
love, feeling like I'm getting real love, not even getting respect, because I felt like it was okay to get cheated on as long as I got my turn. As long as I got the time, sometime during the day or the days, whenever dudes would come around.
So you say you put yourself in that situation because you were loving this person, you love these individuals, and you were treating this just disloyalty, disrespect, but you wasn't caring because as long as they would just have a little bit of time for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Attention. That's why I was became a stripper. Felt like that was the way to show people, show, not show, but I felt like I had to show my body off to be appreciated or loved just to get the, ooh, you look fine, or
mhm.
ooh, you sexy, ooh, you got a big butt. I felt like that was love, and that was basically, yeah, I felt like that was love.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah,
So you had the Jezebel spirit come upon you.
Jezebel was
The
there.
Jezebel spirit. A lot of times these women out here dealing with that Jezebel spirit, that horror spirit, that harlot spirit.
Yeah.
But we talk about that on another level. But at the same time, when you went through that in the mental struggle that you went through, guys took advantage of you, loving them, they weren't loving you. Then also, what about your spirit? Your spirit at that moment in time, you say you felt empty. Was it the time, was you always a churchgoer? Did you always believe in God? How did you, what was God talking to you at that time? I mean, when you was going
Um,
through what you were going through?
I always believed in God, but I had forgot about him because I would put men before I would put men before him. I would praise my man and try to do anything to make a man happy, not knowing that's what I needed to do for God. So I felt like he put me through the heartbreaks and heartaches that I went through for a reason. So
That's just a lot right there. And then you're telling the viewers now, anything you put before God, anything that you put before God, what happened?
he gonna show you.
You fall on your face.
Basically, yeah.
Fall right on your face.
He gonna let that man treat you the way he wanna treat you,
Wow.
just so you can get away from him.
Yeah.
But some people fail to realize that that's what he's doing, and then they want to be not necessarily mad at God or don't believe in God or don't have no hope in God or faith in God. Instead, they steady try to do anything to make that man happy.
They live with their own will instead of God's will.
Right.
And God has a plan, purpose for everybody in this earth. You know what I mean? And if you're not applying yourself, understand that hey, I'm living under God's will. You on yourself, your own will, your own ambition, and you say I did. It's me that's got me here. It's me that's got me breathing. No, God is the one that got you breathing. You know what I'm saying? God is the one that shows grace and mercy upon your life to spare you those times in the moment where you knew you were supposed to be gone. You knew somebody was supposed to hurt you, but he spared you.
There's this verse that says, um, "Those who praise themselves will be humbled, and those who are humbled will be praised."
Wow, wow.
That's all. That always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Like,
Even in your life,
yeah.
was battling addiction and battling with the people around
you. Yeah.
you. So let's talk about the empathy. The empathy. You know, you giving so much to yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're not able to restore yourself. You're
right.
not rejuvenate yourself. You're
right.
not rejuvenating your spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not edifying yourself, right? You're giving so much of yourself to the world, to
right.
people, places, and things.
Right.
And you feel empty.
Yeah, because I felt like, where were they when I needed them? In my hardest times of my life, when my mom died, when my dad died, I had nobody to take me to the hospital. Nobody would give me a ride. Nobody would help me out. I felt like, all my struggles that I went through, I had nobody but myself. But I really had God.
Yes.
But I was so stuck in my addiction. No, I'm lying. I take that back. Or I'm not lying, but I'm telling the story. I did believe that there was a God. I would sit back and I would just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. But yeah.
So one thing about rehab and things like that, God is the resolution for every problem.
Right.
So once you realize that God is problem solving, you're able to acknowledge Him.
Right.
You're able to understand that hey, I can't do this without God's help.
Right.
Right. And a lot of times when we are upon the rehab side, where we're learning things about ourselves, the character defaults, the minor setbacks in our lives, the mental relapses that we all go through. You know what I mean? Then we able to say, hey, you know what? I can't do it by myself. The way I'm thinking, Lord, please change the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he gives you the tools that you need. You know what I'm saying? You order to come up with a formula in a format, a plan, agenda on working yourself, working your steps, working your 12 steps, and getting a sponsor, right?
Right.
A lot of times people don't even know anything about themselves until they get a sponsor.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's one thing a sponsor is the importance of a sponsor. A sponsor will shine light in your life. He will take you through that book. He or she will take you through that book. And it's a textbook. You know what I'm saying? Just like how a textbook is telling you things that you didn't even aware of about yourself. That you would have to totally change in order for you to be on that straight and narrow, man. You know what I mean? Because life, when life gets to life, when things get to happen, you lose people. You know what I'm saying? That right there alone, losing people, will make you, what I mean? You start, oh man, I ain't by myself. God's always been there with you. He's always will be there. He's just looking for you to say, hey, I give it, I surrender. I surrender to you. Oh man. So spiritual abuse. When I say spiritual abuse, what I'm saying is we're not edifying ourselves. We're not reading enough of the word. You know what I'm saying? We're not praying enough. We're not meditating enough.
Right.
Because within us, we're the temple, like you said, we're the temple, and our body's a temple, so we're supposed to treat it accordingly, right? And so we're supposed to watch what we put in ourselves. We're supposed to watch what we say to one another. We're supposed to have the love of God shining day to day. But we do get in the flesh when nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we do get in our head at times. What did you do to get out of your head when you start to feel those times in your life where you're like, man, you want to say, forget everything. I feel like giving up today. I'm not feeling it. I'm angry. I don't know why I'm angry. What do you do to get out of that headspace?
Well, what I used to do was drugs. Now what I do is I go up there before I go to sleep and pray and I just ask and I talk to him about everything. And so I make sure before I close my eyes that I pray. So yeah.
Pray.
Pray.
And for me, I I get in that headspace from time to time. And things I'm still dealing with anger issues sometimes. And a lot of times, I don't know, it's about the controlling side of me. I want things done a certain way. And I have to be careful, be mindful. Hey, it's not all about the situation. I need to be, what's the word? Have compassion, have empathy for others. And a lot of times, some people are not gonna get it when you try to show them the right way. You know what I mean? So you have to have patience. So that's what God did with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I have to get in that headspace. I have to run to help others.
Right.
So I look for people to help. So I can forget about the things that is tormenting me. You know what I'm saying? And it actually helps a lot. It's a form of therapy for me. Cooking is a form of therapy
Yes.
for me. I do like a lot of creative hobbies that I do. Music is one another thing. But I try to find something positive to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do something nice for other people.
Yeah.
Get off the self-centeredness. You know what I'm saying? The prideful way of thinking. Because a lot of times that will make you get out of your head. Not only that, it's not all about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about God's children. It's about people around you. It's about helping people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Greg also talked to people walking, get away from everybody, clean up. I do all kind of things.
No. Yeah. Definitely, something that is actually being productive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Vice versa, hey, you clean but you high. No, that's not the type of production we're talking about.
Not speaking clean.
You are about how your fruits, the fruits that's being produced out of your life. A lot of people say, talk. You know what I'm saying? A person can say they love you. Love ain't a word.
Right.
Action that comes with that love.
Love is an
Grace, the mercy, the patience that come with that action. You know what I'm saying? When a person say they love you, they're gonna be patient with you. You understand? Regardless of what you're going through, they're gonna understand who you are and where you at that moment in time. They're gonna pray for you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lift you up when you're down. That's love. You know what I mean? When you ain't got nothing, they're gonna, hey, come on, here's a little money, here's a little something. You know what I mean? Tangible, material thing. They're gonna bring it forth to you so you can be able to get out of that filter. Wherever's happening to you at that moment in time, they're gonna be able to help bring you up out of it. If you fall down, they'll help you get up. You know what I mean? Love is just a word. What that actually comes behind. You know what I'm saying? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. What that means, he gave his son for our lives. When he brought his son, and his son was crucified for our sins, so that we were saved by grace. He gave us an opportunity to live again for eternity. Right. So therefore, we're supposed to show the love of God to one another. Yes. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for, right? Let's talk about the validation. Everybody puts validation, and validation can always ultimately stem from self-esteem issues, right? What you think of yourself, how you project, look at yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times people want people to look at us, look at me, or look at you and say, you know what I mean? You want somebody to look at you and think good of you, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, we judge by the fruits that we produce. We judge by our name that we carry. A great name is rather be carried than great riches and silver. You know what I mean? You are, this is my name. I put my name on it. They say Tanisha, this is Tanisha. They're supposed to speak volumes on your name. Just like if you say my name, they be able to take it to the bank. Right. They be able to take it to the bank, right? So that's what rehab teaches you. Right. You know what I mean? If you say you want to do something, do it. Right. Integrity, accountability. Right? Be a responsible, be a responsible adult. You know what I'm saying? Take care of what you need to take care of. Right. You know what I mean? Wash your ass. All that. You got people in rehab don't even come on, man. They come from that type of experience. It's funny, but they ain't funny because some people haven't even been able to take time for themselves because they come from a traumatic background. They don't even know how to handle their self care correctly. Right. It's sad, but it's real. It's real. It's real. It's funny, but it's sad. You know what I'm saying when it comes to that, man. And I ran into a lot of people like that. Let's talk about financial stability. Okay, learning how to be a good steward of what God has actually blessed you with. So when you got out of rehab the first time, you went and you got your job, right? You got your license. You got all the stuff was happening. God was opening doors for you. Right. and you're walking through those doors.
Right.
A lot of times people, God opened the doors for a lot of us, but we don't. That's the action part. We don't walk through. He loved us so much. Hey, come on, son, come on, dog, walk through these doors. What did he do? Sit there, man, the door open. Walk. But anyway, get back to that. Had a job, the financial situation was starting to change. At that moment in time, what happened at that moment in time when you started making money, you started, taking care of yourself? Was there voices? Was there things coming around? Was it some type of energy that was coming around? Like, you got this by yourself. You don't need God. Was that coming around?
It's actually been right taking care of business, things that I couldn't take care of whenever I was in my addiction.
Mm.
I was helping my aunt pay the bills because that's who I was staying with at the time. I would give her money. Um, did a lot of with the money. I took care of myself a lot. That's it.
So a lot of times with financial stability, a lot of times we think we're just the basics, the basics.
Yeah.
We gotta think about it now because this is what they don't teach us in school. They don't even teach you that in school because you know why they don't want to teach you in school because they want to keep everybody in a working class situation. We gotta understand now investments is the best thing.
Yeah.
Save your money, budget your money, but invest your money into something big, in a bigger pot. Just watch your money grow.
Yeah.
A lot of times people we're not even meant to be able to understand it because we're not used to money.
Yeah. That's something I couldn't do because I felt like I'm making money the right way now. So
Yeah.
it's like if I wanted to spend it, I had it to spend. So I would spend it, not just all on one thing, or not. I wouldn't just go splurge and go to the mall and buy unnecessary things. It was
Yeah.
stuff that I needed.
Stuff that you needed, that
Yeah.
you always wanted. And it also, it's a sense of, coming from a lifestyle where, you used to just hustling for a dollar bill instead of now you're making hourly
Legit.
wages, legit money.
Yeah.
It seems like now it's like, you're working hard for it at the same time. Now you're looking at it like, do it right with this money because it's a positive thing that you're doing. But a lot of times when we make fast money, it goes fast. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's a lot of things I want the rehab centers to really shine light on, and that's something that they really need to take note of. Um, Life skills, part of life skills, uh, structural rehabilitation, where they financial stability should be a topic, a class that really teach on.
Right.
Because you got a lot of people that come into treatment that don't even know how to even find a job, right? Not only that, but take care of themselves after, because life goes on after rehab.
Right.
And if they're not able to take care of themselves after rehab, guess what's gonna happen?
They gonna come right back to rehab.
Back to rehab. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Because of them, like, hey, what I know.
They gonna feel like Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I gotta go back to what I know. I don't know nothing else but to what I know. This is gonna help me, and it's not a help. It's something that people don't realize and understand that now is might be your last option. If you don't get what you're supposed to get when you up in these classes, and these people teaching you they teaching their heart out. And a lot of times you see in rehab class, some people paying attention, some people ain't paying attention. And you know the ones that ain't gonna last long because they weed themselves out every time. And I'm not saying, yeah, they on their phone, they doing all kinds of stuff. They not taking it serious. But you got people that's in worse condition than that, that's on the street, that would love to have that type of situation. Would love to be in one of these rehabs and live in a nice flourish house. You know what I mean? And be able to be around good fellowship to get their life together. But some people don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And so I really think a lot of people take that situation for granted. They come here and they play games. And I look at them like, yo, I don't want to pay attention to them type of people. All I can do is pray for them. You know what I mean? Hopefully they do get it. And viewers at home, I want you to understand that, you know, it's good programs out here. It's good programs that for the best treatment that you need. But don't come out here playing. Come out here and really get in it, man. Learn something from it, man. You know? Because like I say, you got people dying every day. It could be your last situation. If you don't get help quick, you know? So let's definitely talk about Okay, the last situation, we was talking about the job situation and financial stability. So we talking about mental abuse. We're talking about validation in men, right? Let's talk about physical abuse. Let's talk about physical abuse. Let's talk to the female viewers first of all about the physical abuse and how did it occur? And when's the first time you encountered physical abuse? And how did that make you feel? What happened? Was you used to being in relationships like that? Or what happened? What made you keep getting in relationships like that? Was it you? Was it the guy? What was going on?
It would be emotional abuse from the government. I mean, they would emotionally abuse me, and then it would go from me feeling so messed up from being emotionally abused to physical abuse because of my mouth.
Okay, let's talk about that right now. Now let's talk about it. See, people don't understand. Now we got things, got stories to everything. At least she's being honest. At least she's being honest about what is going on. Because a lot of times, a lot of females get on here and they want to say, "Oh, it was his fault. It was his fault. It was his fault." But she is owning up to her own situation. A lot of times, men, you're wrong for putting your hands on a woman. For a woman, you're wrong. Man, say, "Hey, please, I don't want to hear right now." And then that's where it go into that type of situation where we're not glorifying any of it because all of it is toxic. You know what I mean? What's the right way to handle that type of situation? But she said her mouth. Let's talk about what she's saying to this man. Go ahead.
Neither, but neither one of us is wrong. So I would say something, and I would put my hands on them first because I have so much pain and anger and resentment and all that built up. So I'd be the first to swing
So
off.
you be the first to strike first.
Yeah,
Wow.
feel like I have a point proof.
You must have had number of brothers or something at home.
No, I've been beat up so many. I've been jumped. I used to get jumped, and I used to fight all the time in school. So I just felt like I wasn't scared, and nothing could stop
So you got so caught up in your own your world, and you like, hey man, this man did wrong or whatever situation they had.
me. Yeah,
And you started the physical abuse first.
right,
And then when he returned the favor
right,
of physical
right.
abuse, it got to the point where it was too much. It was he became the aggressor.
Not necessarily him. It got to the point where we both in there rumbling like pit bulls,
Oh wow.
like two mad pit bulls fighting each other. So I never really, I can't necessarily just blame the dude because it was me too. I had a lot to do with it. But sometimes I run off. Most of the time, I run off my emotions, and I mean, I have to realize that men are human beings too, and they have feelings too. And so some of the things that I say may hurt them too. I'm not the only one getting hurt in the situation.
The death and life are in the power of the tongue. They that love it should eat the fruit thereof. Yeah. And that all that's what that's saying is basically like death and life. And you can speak blessings into a person's life, or you can lift them up, or you can speak death into a person's life and make them feel
Right.
this low.
Right.
And then most men don't know how to display their emotions or how they feel. Well, all they know how to do is physical. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one. I can say that on behalf of most men that I know that a lot of us don't know how to react emotionally or talk to a person. We gonna say, oh yeah, we about to knuckle up. We gonna handle this with fists. You know, what I mean, females they gonna make a man just feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's understandable, and because y'all power lies within your mouth. Man power lies with the hands, wherever. So that's crazy. That's a dangerous situation. But I want you to talk about, tell the viewers, like, from a female's point of view, you know, how does that make you feel when you are in a toxic relationship? How does that make you feel? And a man is doing that to you.
Most of the time, I felt, even though I know I didn't.
But be real about it. But be real about it.
But
For ones that's really getting physically abused out there.
oh no, no, no. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's not okay.
Okay.
It's not okay for a man to put his hands on you, no matter what you say to him, no matter what you do to him. Either they can deal with it and y'all could talk through it, or he could leave you alone, or you leave them alone. Just get out of it before it gets too out of hand because they might hit you too hard, but they might kill you, or you might kill them. One of the two.
And what advice you could give to a female that is probably was in this type of same situation as you, is they have uncontrollable with their mouth, and the thing is that this guy might be physical towards you. Is that wise, running your mouth,
Yeah.
or what is the healthy way to do something like that?
It's better left unsaid. I mean, yeah, or I believe in that too, but I also believe in just talking it out.
Yeah.
Communication is the key to a good relationship, a healthy relationship.
What
If you
about
can't talk about it, you don't need to be with that
what
person.
about assertiveness? The word I was saying, assertiveness, like to being assertive for one another, like you're in a relationship with an individual, right? And you start saying and say something positive towards that person, and there's nothing but positive come back. This person say positive, even though we're both at odds with each other. Like say for instance, oh, your hair looks nice, and you say, oh yeah, you say something positive about me, and then I say something positive back to you.
Oh,
It's
like
exercise.
self love?
Yeah, well, no, it's assertive. It's assertive. Am I saying the right word? Assertive.
Self
Huh?
assertive?
Affirmations.
Affirmation.
Being assertive with one another. Like you're saying something to uplift an individual instead of the opposite of, hey, you a buster, you just da da da. You talking down to a
Yeah.
person. Like maybe when teenagers to teach us in assertiveness.
Hurt, don't, there's a saying that says hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
So,
But you kill a person with kindness too. So if a person is being mean towards you,
yeah,
you just say, right.
yeah,
And you do your best. Do your best. Yeah, do your best to you know, kind of like, hey man, you're right.
yeah.
Okay, it's
I
gonna be
think,
all right.
I think a lot of it has to deal with self love too, because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? So, like, if you feel insecure about yourself, um, I feel like that has to do. I mean, that can lead you to toxic relationships too, because you don't love yourself, so you want that validation from your partner.
You are who you attract.
Yeah.
So if you carry a certain energy around you, right, and you go out in the world, that energy's gonna see that same energy and think, oh, we're compatible, even though we're not compatible. Compatible, because if you're saying I'm going up, but then you get with the energy is below you, it's gonna do is bring you down, right?
It's just like getting, like, most of my relationships, I was got into them with the drugs. We both did the same drugs, so it's like either stop the drugs for the things you love, or stop, or wait, stop. How does it say?
You stop the dates
Or stop, or
stop
wait.
the dates for drugs.
You know what I'm talking about?
See the same.
Stop the drugs. I mean, if you love something, you'll have it or
Yeah.
something like that.
You can't mix the drugs with love.
Yeah.
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 Something
Sorry,
like
something
that.
like that.
Dope love. That's unreal. It's unheard of. But they say it's what is a toxic relationship. We talked about
Yeah.
that before. Dope love, and he's saying both individuals on dope fall in love.
Yeah.
They can't go to the next room. I wonder who they in there talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no loyalty in
There's
addiction.
no loyalty. Somebody come on underneath the floor. They was underneath the couch. I know he was talking to somebody underneath the couch. That type of craziness. Wholesome kicks in. You know what I'm saying? I see you talking to that person in the corner. There's nobody even in the house.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me.
That's dope love.
That's mental abuse.
And mental, you get physical also. Wow. So this psychosis,
Yeah.
cognitive distortion.
Everything.
And you seen that you in rehab, like you see. Now, what is the best advice for you see couples that come in, right? Is a good thing or bad thing? You see couples come in to rehab, and they come together, and it's like they're codependent on each other, right? One thing I always said and I always learned to say is like one has to work the program, and the other one has to work their own.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they both in there and they're so codependent on each other that they're not gonna be focused
On themselves.
on the survival.
You gotta work your own program.
You gotta work your own program.
Y'all both gonna have. Y'all still got a lot of jealousy,
Wow.
hate,
So
all
don't
kinds of stuff that y'all can't work on y'all's own, because y'all trying to make each other happy still.
make each other jealous, make each other mad,
Yeah.
make each other frustrated, and then it's not the place for it. This place is a safe haven. This place here is a place of refuge. This is a place of rejuvenation. It's a place of finding yourself, therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Seeking therapy. You know what I mean? And when you first came to rehab, you was able to see a therapist also. What was she able to tell you about yourself? And what was she able to make you revisit your childhood?
She told me a lot about myself. She broke it down for my child. I broke down when she was breaking it down. It's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot. I can't even.
What did it stem from? Like, was it like, so was it love? Was it trust issues?
Childhood trauma,
Child, okay.
love, trust,
Abandonment
abandonment,
issues.
abuse.
Okay. A lot of times you look at yourself on a certain level, you know how much farther you could go with
I didn't know
this.
how much I was supposed to love myself.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't worthy. I felt like I didn't have enough self esteem. I didn't know how to appreciate a compliment. When people say I'm pretty, I'm like, oh, this and that. I had to learn all that. Basically, it's like growing up again, or being reborn again.
Tell the girls out there, man. Let them know that the ones that are dealing with self-esteem issues, ones that say I'm not good enough, ones that just like really just don't think too highly of themselves. What can you tell those females?
You matter. You are worthy. You are loved. There's people out there that love you, especially when you come to rehab. I've never had as much love and care. I couldn't even get that back at home. But when I came to rehab, I was getting it everywhere. I can actually trust my stuff laying around other people. Actually, I can actually go out in public and feel good and feel safe. And I'm happy. We do happy things. We do good things for each other. We help each other. My communication skills is A1 now. I used to didn't have all that. When I go in the store and go to the register, I'll be shaking like a little chihuahua.
Same right?
Yeah, just to pay for gas. So now I don't have none of that. Like it's good.
That's good. That's awesome, man. Listen, this has been a beautiful, beautiful conversation, man. I'm here with Tanisha the Great. I'm Saul Mintz, man. This is Breaking Boundaries. We at it again, y'all. Listen, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe these videos, man. We gotta pass it on. We representing the recovery community
Hey.
all day, every day. I just love y'all, man. To all the viewers out there, so long. Catch y'all in the next one.